In the fourth inning, Victor Robles hits a triple down the left field line. That would make it a 2-1 game at that point with one out. The scheduled batter, Anibal Sanchez, he's looking back into the dugout as if to say, you want me to hit or are you going to pinch hit for me in this situation? And he would eventually strike out, bunting foul with 2 strikes. And then the next batter, Trey Turner, gets out of it as Greinke makes a nice play to end the inning. And you go back and you think, wow, if they would have pinch hit in that situation. But you and I both felt at that point it was a 2-1 game, and you'd rather have the pitcher, Sanchez, stay in the game as well as he was throwing.
Indeed. Pitching change here, however, as Joe Ross becomes the second reliever used tonight by Dave Martinez. ERA in the mid-5s during the regular season. 9 of his 27 appearances were starts. Former first rounder by the San Diego Padres back in 2011. His entire major league career spent here with the Washington Nationals.
You mentioned the move to keep Sanchez in the game. He would later on give up 2 more runs. Single run in the 5th and 1 in the 6th. And that's where we stand now, 4-1 Astros.
Gurriel, Correa, and Reddick against Ross in the 7th. Yes, the Astros have scored 4 runs. And it's really a problem more so for Washington, but both teams have combined to strand 19 base runners through 6 innings. There's been one 1-2-3 inning tonight. Shattered bat back to Ross and 1 away.
Well, I think that number you're talking about with all the runners left on base reflects the experience of the 2 starters we had tonight, because they were pitching out of jams consistently.
That's fair. Yeah.
Zach Greinke and Anibal Sanchez, the 2 vets, never got rattled when they had base runners on. As you mentioned, we just had 1-2-3 inning, and they've had to make some pitches in tough situations.
There's Carlos Correa now with 1 away. By the time this game is over, we could be looking at some kind of a record, or at least making a run at a World Series record for full counts. There have been 13 of them so far. It's a high fly ball out to shallow left. Turner back from shortstop to make the catch. Josh Reddick with 2 away.
Reddick has the RBI for Houston. It came a little base hit off the end of the bat in the 2nd inning to drive home Carlos Correa.
Fastball on the corner. Astros have not announced any formal plans for a Game 4 starter tomorrow. The Nationals will have Patrick Corbin tomorrow night.
It seems as though A.J. Hinch is leaning toward Jose Urquidy, the right-handed, and he was asked about the possibility of Peacock opening up in a bullpen game. He said, I don't like Peacock matching up to the top of their order. So we may see Urquidy making the start in Game 4. He never ever thought about suggesting bringing that guy back on short rest.
Yeah. No, that was all us in the media.
Yeah.
That was the dopey media doing all that irresponsible speculation.
That's what makes baseball fun.
2 balls and a strike. 2-2 to Josh Reddick. Still 2-2. some of the old school Expos spirit still felt in the fan base here. Folks in Montreal hoping that they can get their own team there. And if that happens, I would advocate strongly for the entire franchise history of what was the Expos to go back to whatever that new franchise is.
To go back and keep all the records as Expo records.
Keep number 8, keep number 10 retired. I think that really aggravated a lot of people in Montreal this year when, and the Nationals did it for the right reasons when they wore Expos jerseys. They did a turn back the clock game and they wore Expos uniforms. And they actually issued some of the Expos retired numbers to the current players. There's the 2-2. Full count now, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Discussions underway of perhaps having the Tampa Bay Rays play a percentage of their schedule in Montreal in the future.
Yeah, I don't think that'll ever fly.
Reddick sends an opposite field fly ball to Soto, and for just the second time tonight, there's been a 1-2-3 inning in this game. It came courtesy of right-hander Joe Ross. 7th inning stretch. Still 4-1 Houston.